Hey guys, it's Mr. Smiley here from Terpswin B1G, and today I'm bringing you a Queen Walk Mass Miner strategy that has been working really well for me. This is the same one that Clash with Ash has also highlighted. I've tried a bunch of different Mass Miner strategies, both Queen Walk, Queen Charge, and using Valkyrie, using kill squads, and this one by far is working best for me. I still plan on exploring a little bit with the Queen Charge against more advanced bases, but I do want to show this one not only for war attacks, especially against bad bases like this, or at least not advanced meta bases, and also for raiding. So I'm going to show a couple of war 3 stars, and then I'm going to show a couple of raiding 3 stars. But the comp is pretty much the same every time. It's going to be 4 healers for your Queen Walk, 36 miners of your own, 2 minions just because you have 4 extra spaces, and they help with the cleanup. Then in the clan castle for war attacks, you're going to bring a clan castle full of miners. You're going to have 2 rages. 1 rage is basically for the Queen Walk portion. 1 rage is to get through this dense area in the core with your miners, and then the 3 heals. And then you're going to have 2 poisons also, and you're going to use those poisons on the clan castle troops and also on the defending heroes. I think this one there were clan castle troops. The other opponent that we had in war was so bad that there were no clan castle troops, so that's going to be a little bit underwhelming. Again, this is not a high level base. Hopefully we can get some good matches. We do have a couple of range wars coming up, so hopefully I can get you some some better footage against higher level bases, but this is basically what we get. So what you're going to do here is you're going to see where the eagle is. Here, the eagle is over here. I want to get to the eagle as quickly as possible with my miners. If you can approach the infernos one at a time with the miners, that's super. If not, the priority is the eagle. So here here's one corner, here's another corner here, and so I'm going to pick the corner that, one corner with my Queen Walk, and the other corner I'm going to drop the Burger King. Here, I like that the Queen can wander in through here and maybe help out taking this Queen, maybe come in and taking this, the Eagle out here. So I drop my Queen up here. You want to try to pick an area where she'll take some damage, but not enough that that 1 rage won't let her keep up with that damage. And then on the other end of the, so you're basically going to do the Queen Walk. It's very short, just to clear out a little bit of area up here. Use 1 rage for her Queen Walk portion, and then you're going to drop your Burger King over here or over here. I think I might have wanted him to walk through that channel. After playing around with it for a while, I think the most important part of the Burger King drop is not to clear the trash. That clearing the trash definitely helps out so the miners don't have to go out there. But I think the most important part of it is to make sure that you're dropping the Burger King so that he catches a whole bunch of these defenses so that your miners do not. So even where you have, and you'll see on some of these bases, I think on some of the ring bases, you'll have some bases where the king isn't really able to take out some of this trash on the outside. There's no trash, or there's only 1 or 2 out here. And you're like, well, is my Burger King really doing anything effective out there? Yeah, he is. He is your tank. So he's drawing all this fire over here, and your Queen is drawing all this fire over here, and so your miners are going to take a 1/3 less damage. You're going to drop the Warden behind the miners, and they're all going to shoot up through the base. You're going to drop 1 heal early, and then you're going to drop a rage to get through this core. You're going to drop another heal on that core, and then maybe another heal as you come out of the core. So let's go ahead and let's start watching this first attack. These guys were, we had 5 straight really tough matches, and then now we've gotten about 4 super weak ones. We ended up missing out on our potluck match. Decent Brazilian clan, but it doesn't look like they're going to be all that hard. So here we go. I wanted to try to take out that Queen with my queen under rage. You can see I fat fingered the poison. Usually you want to use the poison before the queen dies. That's a pro tip there. So anyway, so I fat fingered that poison, but against any mass miner attack, really the defending heroes and skeleton traps, anything that stands you up is going to be a big danger there. So there, you know, the loon you really have to watch out for a lot more than the pups. Try to wait until your miners start engaging the Inferno Towers before you use the Warden's Tome. But there you can see it gets, you know, it all gets very confusing and spammy in there. But really the pattern is going to be the same on all of these attacks. You use one rage for the queen, then you, after she does a little bit of damage and clears a little bit of space there, then you're going to drop your Burger King, followed immediately by a 2 or 3 finger kind of swish back and forth drop of your miners, and then the Warden right behind them. Early heal to allow them to heal up after the first Eagle Volley, and then you're going to drop a Rage and a heal in the core, and then another heal as they start coming out of the core. Try to pay a little bit of attention to see whether, you know, you're going to have a miner pack to the left or right of the core that you want to have them come out. So here you can see my miners have all died, but my queen walk is still up there. I have a minion to help her with the hound. My warden is still alive. I still have all the healers up, and so basically the miners take out about 2/3 of the base, about 75% maybe, and then the queen walk is just going to finish it all off. And because I'm using such a short queen walk at the start of the raid, I have plenty of time at the end of the raid. One of the things that I was finding with the queen charge version with the 2 rages was that I was running out of time because I spent so much time with the queen and warden at the start of the raid that I just didn't have time to finish off at the end. So here you can see they were so bad that we ended up getting a perfect war, 120 to 12. Let's see, I think this one, yes, this one was the queen walk mass miner. Again, not a great base, but look here at the bottom here with the air defenses all at the top, I decided that I was going to do the queen walk here at the bottom. She's out of that inferno, out of the inferno range. And by the way, single target infernos against miners are basically flashlights. They do almost nothing. So pro tip: do not. And I guess I was wrong there. I did have to pop the queen's ability there to distract from the single inferno. So that was not a smart move on my part. There you can see at the top, I dropped the Burger King. I do end up losing my queen, so maybe I should have had her at the top and some wall breakers in. But once you lose your queen, that does not kill the raid. If you've had her set the funnel there, then the healers will follow the miners around. And with all the air defenses up at the top, the healers there at the bottom are going to just follow those miners around, and they're going to keep healing them and basically make them this unstoppable juggernaut. You know, at the bottom here, you don't have to worry about those bombs going off in this kind of teaser format because the healers will just keep them all strong. So there you can see I did lose my queen to that single target inferno, kind of embarrassingly, but I still ended up with, you know, what looks like about 3/4 of my miners at the end of that raid. So let's go ahead and let's watch a couple of the raiding replays too. So first I want to show just here's the basic comp. You know, in my raid here, you can see I do request either hogs or miners just because it's hard to get max miners in your clan castle troops. It's annoying. Each barrack is going to have the same thing. You're going to have 1 healer and 9 miners in each of these 4, and then you're going to have 2 minions to kind of top off. So let's go ahead and let's watch some of the raids that I had. These are going to be some pretty, as you can see, you know, a lot of 3 stars here. Some of these are Town Hall 10, so I don't really want to show those. Let's watch this one against Gunk Roy. And this is a really, really common Town Hall 11 trophy base. You can see I start off with the queen up there at the north. She's taking a lot of damage, so let's drop the rage on her. There we go. So ended up dropping it a little bit off center. So I popped her ability pretty quickly. Then you drop the Burger King at the side. I'm hoping he'll start going after that queen too. Ends up not really happening. So there you can see I dropped the one heal early for that giant bomb and the first eagle volley. Miners are going to start going into the center, and that's when I'm going to start popping the tome. I dropped my hogs a little bit earlier than I wanted, and so they end up going around here. Most of the time, you'll have a lot more stuff going into the center, so this probably wasn't the best raid that I could have shown. But there you see they do end up going in after a bit, going to drop a heal on them there. Hogs going around. Queen ends up going into the middle. But you can see on some of these subsequent ones that the miners usually go in a little bit more clean there. But there you have the healers go off the queen onto the miners, and they're going to just keep the miners up, going right through that big dense core. Even though they're under the inferno, they do go under the ground a little bit, kind of like they're swimming. They go under a bit and get the benefit of the healers, then come back out. And you can see I still have some barbs. I have my cleanup minions, and they're just going to finish off this job. Just go around, keeping my queen and my warden pretty healthy, even though I had to use the power at the start. Still have plenty of miners to finish that one off. This is a fantastic raid strategy for people who have maxed wardens and don't need elixir. Let's go ahead and let's show another one. This is another, I think, pretty common trophy base. So again, same, gonna start out up at top. Really no reason why I would do, I guess I wanted to keep her away from the infernos, but still wanted to pick a location that was closer to the side of the eagle. There you can see I dropped the Burger King closest to the Archer Queen, try to distract her more than tank. There isn't a lot of defense out there on that perimeter. So there you go. I dropped the heal to try to catch that first giant bomb and the first eagle volley. Then they're going to go straight into the core. This is what usually happens on these types of ring bases. And then drop the rage, drop a heal on the core, drop some poison on the clan castle troops there, and they're just gonna mow through that core. That rage on the core is really, really important though. So my healers are gonna follow around my miners again and start going through that core. Again, they're on the side. They're just providing a wall that the queen can just kind of scroll around and help them out by shooting behind them. There we see the air defenses go down. Unfortunately, I lost all my healers by that point, but I still have a ton of miners going around. The warden is following them around, boosting them. I've got my queen doing the cleanup. Got my minion over there helping a little bit with the outside trash. And there you go. Still plenty of miners to finish off that job. I think I have one more trophy base that I figured I might as well show. There were a couple non-trophy bases that were pretty nice, but I think they, in trying to maintain trophy levels, I kind of lost those. So here you can see I am using hogs in the clan castle. I think the miners do work out a little bit better, but the hogs are a pretty decent substitute. You know, I'm still taking out pretty decent Town Hall 11s in raiding with the hogs versus the miners. So there you can see I'm dropping the queen to set one corner, and she's going to start taking a lot of damage there, and that's when I drop my rage on her. Going to drop the Burger King over there. He starts tanking about 4 point defenses. So those were point defenses that would have started tearing apart the miners from the start. There I'm going to drop heal early. There we're going to get probably some bombs under there. And you can see they get hung up a little bit by the defending Burger King, but then they're all going to go into the core. I like to wait a little bit before dropping my hogs, but you can just watch the hogs as they follow along. They get the benefit of the heals and the rages as well as they go into the core. They're hiding a little bit behind the miners, and going straight towards those defenses. So that's something to watch out for. Whether I'm not convinced that the Clan Castle Hogs are necessarily inferior to having Clan Castle Miners. They definitely help take out the defenses, and so the miners tank for them a little bit, and then the Hogs end up running ahead of the miners, and it all kind of works in synergy with each other there. So again, we've gotten down to the back rind of this base, and we've got a Queen Walk, and we've got a couple of minions, and we still have a whole mess of miners and the Warden. So a lot of these raids end up playing out pretty much the same way. With, you get through the base and you still have half your miners, and you've got your Queen and your Healer and your Warden and some minions to finish off the job. So play around with it. Let me know, let me know how it's working for you. This is a really easy and dominant strategy, both for war and for raiding. So until next time, let's go Terps.